Hey everybody, welcome back. Superman Crypto, your host Superman in the house. We're going to look at XEN in this video, and it's been a little while since we looked at XEN, but XEN is kind of looking bullish here at the moment after having quite the pullback. So it was looking very bearish, now moved into a bullish position, and we've got a couple of cool things happening that need to happen. So we're going to get into that. Let's look at the chart. So here we are, full screen on the chart here. You can see that we had some really nice big reversals here in the chart yesterday, and today is still going up. We got a high of 4,865 today with what's it, 6 zeros in front at the moment, and pretty cool. So 4,526. We're up 18% on 24 hours. So looking really good on back of yesterday. Very exciting to see this. Obviously, we had a big down period. This is the EMA cross here. This was a bearish signal, and it has played out. It sort of bottomed out around 3,300. With 6 zeros, and now has rallied up here. But what we're getting is some very exciting stuff here. Looks like we're going to get the 8-day and the 28-day they're crossing. So the 8 days in green and the 28-day in orange there, and that means a bullish sign when the short goes over the long there. So it's coming up to a cross on this particular indicator and the way it's set up. So it's very bullish. We've also got the RSI as well, is pretty cooled off at 52 right in the middle. So that's potentially looking good with an uptrend as well. And then, of course, we've got the stochastic RSI. It's a little bit overboard at the moment, but typically can stay up for quite elevated periods when we get one of these bullish crosses, which looks like it's potentially coming up. So, yeah, it does look really bullish, potentially on the MACD. MACD also super green. Look at that. Green, green, green. And, of course, it's nice and early, too. The cross is nice and early in front of the rise there. So it looks like potentially bullish on the MACD as well. So everything looking pretty good. So that's kind of the TA chart. And, of course, we're coming up to this resistance here in this area, around 4,500, 4,600. We're on that resistance area, facing resistance at the moment. So we really need to break through this 4,700, let's say, target up and to the right. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. Obviously, some natural targets would be 5,200 and probably around about 6,600, 6,700. Has to do quite a bit for that, but hey, we're getting a bullish cross, and we may get something that looks like this, right? So, or something maybe not quite that strong, but definitely a bullish cross here. And if it's a slightly slower, that's better, right? Slower is better. You just wanted to zigzag up at a bit slower angle, because otherwise these things just come down, right? So, yeah, it looks looking pretty good. So, fingers crossed. Zen's looking pretty good. Now, that's the TA, but on the fundamentals are looking good for the new year, 2024. And here we are on Zen Turbo. And we can actually see some cool metrics. So you can see the burning hasn't been too hot. It's still burning away, you know, but it's, yeah, it's, what's the burns a day? 8 billion on there. So you got some burning going on over the last couple of days. But let's have a look at the future supply, which is kind of the bullish metric. Because of the GUI, the break-even is pretty high. You can see out the back end, we've got a lot of mints going on. This is out in November 2024. We've got two big inflation periods coming up, March and, of course, July. But Zen could be pretty good to pick up during the intermediary periods between April, but at least particularly May and early June. And, of course, at the moment, we've entered a slightly higher inflation period. But really, March and July are the main ones. Then we get on the back of August, really it tapers off there. A little bit of lift in September. Apart from that, it really backs off in terms of inflation. So that's kind of cool, too. We're 57.8% through mining progress, so really well over halfway. Yeah, so we'll see where that all ends up. But definitely less people are mining, right? So let's go to the Mint Monitor and have a look at what it cost, what the daily break-even now is. So we're at 32 Gwei. Obviously, we've been low on that during the holiday period. But at the moment, 32 Gwei is 463 days just to break even, basically, which is not even breaking even on the max term. So 666 days is the break-even period, and the max term is 463. So really, it really is supply is getting squeezed, basically, is the point I'm making there long term. So yeah, big deal. That means whatever's coming out in the inflation that we looked at the previous chart, that's got to be that's what people are going to be chasing, right? And they're going to be needing that for X1 stuff. So we could definitely get some price squeezes. Be interesting what happens in March and July with those two big mountains of inflation. But in any case, it's still looking bullish at the moment. And of course, moving on from the fundamentals with the long-term supply, is, you know, we haven't had that many mints. We haven't had that many mints. So look, the mints have been pretty low since, you know, Christmas time, or since October, I should say. It's been pretty low, November and December. So not a lot of mints growing there. That's the sort of the pinkish red color. Not many at all. So pretty low growth there. And that's a sign that inflation's going to be scarce, even though we've got that March and July mountains there of inflation. But really, the market might start factoring that a little bit in. The most bullish thing, though, of course, on front of fundamentals is Jack Levin there doing bullish updates in the end of the year. So at the end of the year, he said the XEN ecosystem is made up of 14 chains. A great burn is coming. So finally talking about the burn, obviously 333 auction. We'll see what how that's structured moving forward. That's sort of a little bit unknown. XEN from all networks will be burned for XEN on the X1 chain. Super bullish, right? So really excited to see that. I'm talking about that at the end of last year. That's December 31st. This is what we were waiting for. You know, there's a lot of complaints, but he really did time it when I was hoping he would time it for, and that's the new year. So pretty exciting. You can see that on the chart here. If I scroll the chart down, I had this X1 here. Look at that. That was the 1st of January. I put that there. That was based on a little tidbit comment he made a while back. Turns out that was a good little line there in the sand. So pretty good. You know, picking up these little bits of information is really, really helpful. So that's kind of cool. The other thing, of course, is he put this out on January the 1st. So 2 pieces of alpha there from Jack Levin. Xenians, since XEN values are all different on different chains, we plan to introduce appropriate burn record conversion rates for XEN on X1. Note all your previous burn records are accounted for and part of the mutable contract. Our latest iteration of X1, the proof of work and proof of stake, goes live. You should be able to receive your XEN native token coins for all the burn records that you've linked to your Ethereum records, so Ethereum account. So bullish on that one. A little bit there about Vampire. We're going to move past that. XEN coins will start at 0 value. Just remember that. But man, this is going to be the main coin of the main chain. We'll see what it's worth. And of course, all that burn has got to imply a value. We're going to see what the market decides what it will be. Man, we're in a bull market though. So we'll see where that goes. Please take that into consideration when deciding to burn extra XEN. XEN burn records are created through burning mechanism that's used in many XEN ecosystem projects such as DBXEN. Sending XEN to the burn address on any of the EVM chains isn't the same thing. Please consult with our Telegram groups if you have any questions. We will introduce an optional Web3 burning interface that would act like a bridge to X1 by burning XEN and issuing XEN on the X1 side. So 62,000 views on this one. People are excited. Even Colin there says, thank you for all this information. There's answered some of my questions I had regarding the XEN burn event and XEN We Trust. So some really nice responses to that. A lot of people have been waiting for it though, right? On top of this, he's just recently been putting out a 100,000 airdrop for Xenians to do adoption. Really is thinking forward here for adoption on the X1 chain. And he's got a big airdrop. If you haven't participated in that, definitely consider participating. Obviously, only provide information you're happy with. Although he has said that, expressly said that there's not going to be any privacy issues there. Some people were concerned about tracking your accounts and things like that. So very, very excited to see that. You can see join X1 testnet validator node group around the world. Instructions are here, so people are participating in the chain. Now let's quickly look at the giveaway at the moment. So this is on the 4th of January. It's never a wrong time to become a Xenian. Take 1 minute to register for the XN airdrop, and of course available to 100,000 people. Pretty amazing. Regarding privacy, which was one concern for people, the form isn't collecting your emails. You can use any Ethereum address. You can log out from Google. Also, the other thing, of course, is that if you don't want to provide a question, answer the questions due to privacy, don't do that. That's probably what I would suggest there. Early on, there was 100,000 registrations, but I believe that that's even bigger now. I think it's gone up and away. I think there was the latest one there, 17,000 so far. This was 9 hours ago. So people are really starting to get onto that. So don't miss out on that. That's Jack Levin, of course, Mr. Jack Levin on X social platform. You can participate in that free airdrop, which is kind of cool. People love airdrops in crypto. Pretty cool. He's obviously at the gym at the moment, working out as well. And of course, keeping himself fit for the X1 chain and of course XN this year. That burn, bring on the burn. That's all we can say. So looking bullish is the old XEN chart. And of course, up and away, building on the back of ETH as well. Remember, XEN is a leverage player on ETH, a bit like Titanx is as well. They have different properties, of course. Yeah, let's see where this goes to. Looking forward to it. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, leave your comments in the video description, and I will see you later. Bye for now.